Hello everyone, this is Deepa from Online Family Handling Chemistry. In this module, we are going to discuss about types of chemical bonding from Unit 13, Chapter Chemical Bonding. Okay, so before we enter into that topic, I just recall what is chemical bond. Anybody ready to tell the answer? Yes, I heard some of the voice. What is chemical bond? It is nothing but the force of attraction between the atoms that binds them together as a unit called molecule. So, if an atoms are held together by an electrostatic bond, that is called as a chemical bond. Okay, so the attractive force which holds the atom together is called a bond. That is a 1 mark question. So that these are the things we are learnt already, and we discussed about Coastal-Lewis approach to chemical bonds. So what it is means, he gave a successful explanation based upon the concept of electronic configuration of noble gases, and discuss about why atoms combine to form molecules and how do atoms combine, and why some of the atoms undergo chemical reaction and others do not. And also we discuss about the octet rule or rule of 8. It is nothing but the tendency of atoms to have 8 electrons in the valence shell is known as the octet rule or rule of 8. So these are the things we are already learnt. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about the chemical bonding. So chemical bonding is nothing but it is the force of attraction between the molecules. Okay, so you know each and every atom has a different valence shell. For example, here hydrogen atom, it has only one electron in the outermost shell. So that electron should be revolved around the nucleus. So all the atoms have a different valence electronic configuration. So here we are going to discuss about some more atoms like lithium and boron. Lithium, the atomic number is 3. So 2 electrons present in the innermost shell and 1 electron should be revolved around the nucleus. Similarly for boron, it has 4 electrons, 2 electrons in the innermost shell and 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Next, for oxygen atom, it has 8 electrons, so 2 in the innermost shell and 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So each and every element have a different valence electronic configuration. So if the way in which they combine to form molecules to attain the stable electronic configuration of inert gases. That's why all the elements are undergo chemical reaction. Okay, so inert gases, here I am explaining the inert gases of neon. It has atomic number 10. So the outermost shell, it has 8 electronic configuration. Okay, so elements undergo reaction only to attain the octet configuration or stable electronic configuration. So for example, here you just see the atoms of hydrogen and chlorine. So they are undergo chemical reaction. It forms as a H2 or Cl2 by sharing the electrons. Okay, so chlorine, the outermost shell, it has a 7 electron. So by sharing 1 electron each of the atom has a stable 8 octet configuration. Similarly for hydrogen atom, by sharing the 1 electron each, it forms a stable duplet configuration. Okay, so if you see the carbon atom, it has 4 electrons in the outermost shell, and by getting the 1 electron from all the 4 hydrogen atoms, and it has a stable electronic configuration of 8 electrons. Okay, so for our water molecule, the oxygen gets 2 electrons from hydrogen atom and form a stable water molecule. So the way which it differs, they combine to form a compound. So it is based upon the valence electron. So depending upon the combination, their chemical bonding should be classified into the following types. So what are they means? it can be classified into two types, strong bond and weak bond. But it is strong bond and weak bond. So based on the nature of the bond, it can be classified into strong bond and weak bond. Again, the strong bond should be classified into four types. What are they? Ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond and metallic bond. So these four comes under the category of strong bond. So weak bond, it is also classified into two types. They are hydrogen bond and van der Waals interaction. So this is the classification of chemical bond. It may be asked in a 2 mark or 5 mark question. In your book page number 151, this should be explained. Mark it as a 2 mark question. Okay, so write the classification of chemical bond. They may be asked, means you have to write this structure. Okay, chemical bond should be broadly classified into two types. What are they? Strong bond and weak bond. Again, strong bond should be classified into four types. What are they? Ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond and metallic bond. In the same way, weak bond should be classified into two types, hydrogen bond and van der Waals interaction. In 9th standard, we are going to learn only three types of bond: ionic bond, covalent bond and coordinate bond. So rest of the things you are going to learn in your higher classes. So first, we are going to discuss about ionic or electrovalent bond. As the name itself, ionic bond, that means bonds formed between the ions. Okay, so its ionic bond is a chemical bond formed by the electrostatic attraction between positive and negative ions. Already you know, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. So if the positive and negative ions are present together, automatically the electrostatic force formed and it should be form a bond that is called as a ionic bond. Okay, the bond is formed between two atoms. In this, one atom should be lose electron. That means transfer the electron from one atom's valence shell to another atom's valence shell. For example, here you see the sodium atom. It has one electron in the outermost cell and this one electron should be transferred to the outermost cell of chlorine atom because it has one electron lesser than the octet configuration. So the bond is nothing but, ionic bond is nothing but transfer of electrons, one or more electrons from the valence shell of one atom to another atom's valence shell. Okay, so if we transfer like this, means what will happen? The sodium atom lose one electron. What about the chlorine atom? It gains one electron. So the atom that loses electrons will form a cation. The atom that gains electron will form an anion. Are you understand? So here the sodium atom that loses one electron. So sodium atom gains a positive charge. So it is called as a cation. The atom that chlorine gains one electron. So it has a negative charge and it is known as a anion. Okay, so if the atom loses means cation, if the atom gains electrons means anion. Okay, so these are the important concepts. They may be asked in a 1 mark question, what is cation or what is anion. Okay, so why the sodium atom gains a positive charge means actually the atomic number of sodium is 11. If it is loses one electron, what about the number of protons and electrons? The number of proton is 11 and number of electron is 10. So positive charge is much more higher than the negative charge. So sodium atom automatically gains a positive charge. Similarly for chlorine atom, the atomic number is 11. Okay, so if it is gains one electron, the number of proton is 17. Sorry, the chlorine atom, the atomic number is 17. If it is gains one electron, what will happen? The number of proton is 17 and the number of electron is 18 for chloride ion. So the negative charge is increased than the positive charge. So it is also gain a negative charge and it is known as an anion. Okay, are you able to follow me? Yes. So if it is formed like this as a positive and negative ion, what will happen? The because of the static force of attraction, they form a bond that is called as the ionic bond. As the bond is formed between the ions, so it is called as the ionic bond. So the ionic bond is also known as electrovalent bond or electrostatic bond. So electrostatic, you know already, there is a force of attraction, that is electrostatic force of attraction between the ions. So the ionic bond is formed. That's why ionic bond is also called as electrostatic bond. Okay, in the same way here we are using the valence electron concept. Okay, so that this bond is also called as electrovalent bond. So it is a important 1 mark questions. So kindly mark it as in your book. Okay, so what is the another name of ionic bond or ionic bond? It is known as a electrostatic bond or electrovalent bond. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about formation of ionic bond. So it is an important detailed question. How they form means, first step, let us consider two atoms A and B. So if atom A has 1 electron excess, that is in outermost cell it has 1 electron. Atom B has 1 electron lesser than the octet configuration, that is it has a 7 electrons. So consider two atoms A and B. Okay, so if atom A transfer 1 electron to atom B, for example, because if atom A has 1 electron excess, so it can easily loses that electron. So the electron should be transferred to atom B. Okay, so what will happen? Atom B already has a 1 electron to acquire a octet configuration. Okay, so it easily gains that electron and both of the atom get a stable octet configuration. This is the second step. Okay, as a result of the electron transfer, atom A becomes as a cation because it loses 1 electron. Okay, atom B will become a anion because it gains 1 electron. So as a result of this electron transfer, atom A becomes a cation and atom B will become a anion. Already you know, the oppositely charged ions are held together by a electrostatic force and form a ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Is it easy? Yes, good. So next, this is the diagram A. It has 1 electron, it is denoted by the symbol X, and B, it needs 1 electron to obtain an octet configuration. So the electron should be transferred from A to B and form an anion and cation. Okay, so these anions and cations are joined together because of the electrostatic force and form an electrovalent bond or ionic bond, that is AB as a compound. Okay, so this is the formation of ionic bond. So the number of electrons that an atom of an element loses or gains to form an electrovalent bond is called as electrovalency. For example, here A, it loses 1 electron. So the electrovalency of A is 1. Okay. Similarly, B, it gains 1 electron. Okay. So the electrovalency of B is 1. So the number of electrons that atom loses or gains is known as electrovalency during the formation of ionic bond. Okay, that is called as a electrovalency. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about which group of elements can form ionic bonds. Okay, so generally ionic bond is formed between a metal and non-metal. So metals and non-metals are joined together and form a ionic bond. Okay, so the compounds containing ionic bonds are called as ionic compounds. And elements of group 1 and 2 in the periodic table, already you know what is group 1 and 2. It is the alkali and alkaline earth metals. They are react with non-metals and form ionic compounds. It's an important 1 mark, underline all those things. So metals and non-metals are formed ionic bonds. Group 1 and group 2 or react with non-metal and form ionic compounds. Group 1 is alkali and group 2 is alkaline earth metal, already you know. Okay, so let us discuss one example for formation of Ionic bonding, that is nothing but sodium chloride, your well known example, that is our normal eatable salt. Okay, sodium, the atomic number is 11. So the electronic configuration of sodium is nothing but 281. So the outermost cell, it has only one electron. It can readily loses this electron and form a stable octet configuration of neon, like in noble gases. Okay, so it loses this one electron and form Na plus ion. This is known as a cation. Okay, gives one electron in the outermost cell and form a stable octet configuration. So next, chlorine atom, you know the atomic number is 17. Innermost cell 2 and the second cell has 8, so 10 electrons in the innermost cells and the remaining 7 electrons should be present in the outermost cell. It needs one electron, so then only it has a stable octet configuration of argon. Okay, so these two atoms, so chlorine gains one electron and forms a chloride ion, Cl minus ion. So the two negatively charged ions are come together. So the outermost electron should be transferred to chlorine atom. So it forms Na plus and it becomes Cl minus. So automatically due to electrostatic force of attraction join together and form NaCl molecule. Okay, sodium chloride molecule. So this is the it can be represented by a electronic configuration method. Okay, so in Lewis dot structure, already you know what is Lewis dot structure. The outermost valence electron should be represented as a dot. Okay, so for sodium it has only one electron, so we put only one dot. For chlorine the outermost valence electron is 7, so we can put 7 dots. Okay, this one should be transferred to here and form Na plus and Cl minus, join together and form a sodium chloride molecule. Okay, so this is the example of a formation of sodium chloride ion, sodium chloride molecule by using electrostatic force and form a electrovalent bond. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about the second illustration, that is the formation of magnesium chloride, that is also similar to sodium chloride. So magnesium, the atomic number you know, it is 12. Okay, so it can be the electronic configuration is 282. So the innermost cells has a 10 electron and the outermost cell has a only 2 electron. So it can easily loses that excess 2 electron and form a stable electronic configuration of like that neon. Okay, so and form Mg plus 2 plus ion, Mg cation, 2 plus cation. So these cations should join together with the chloride ions. So you know chlorine, already the atomic number 17. Just now we discussed for the sodium chloride molecule. So the outermost cell has only 7 electrons. So 2 chlorine atoms gain 1 electrons from each of 1 electrons from magnesium atom and form Mg2 plus and chloride ions, 2 chloride ions, 2, 8, 8. So they are joined together because of electrostatic force of attraction and form magnesium chloride molecule. Okay, so these two are example for ionic compounds. Let us recap what we have studied today. Chemical bond. Chemical bond is nothing but it is a force of attraction between the atoms that binds them together as a unit called molecule. Next thing, types of chemical bonds. So what are the types? Strong bond and weak bond. So strong bond again classified into 4 types. What are they? Ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond and metallic bond. Similarly, weak bond, it should be classified into 2 types. Hydrogen bond and van der Waals interaction. And the last thing we are discussed about ionic bond. So it is nothing but a chemical bond formed by the electrostatic attraction between positive and negative ions. Okay, and what are the names, other names for ionic bond? It is known as electrostatic bond or electrovalent bond. And we have discussed about electrovalency. It is nothing but the number of electrons that an atom of an element loses or gains to form an electrovalent bond. That is known as a electrovalency. And we discussed the examples for ionic bond also. Okay, so now it's time for question. So how can we classify the chemical bond? Yes, anybody tell? Yes, it's good. Strong bond and weak bond. Again the strong bond into 4 types, weak bond into 2 types. The next thing, write the another name for the ionic bond. What are they? Static, electrostatic bond or electrovalent bond. And they may be asked why it is known as the electrostatic or electrovalent. Okay, so since the valence concept has been used to explain the terms of electrons, so it is known as the electrovalent bond. And the ionic bond, we are using attractive forces being electrostatic, so that the bond is called as the electrostatic bond. So you know the reason also why it is known like that. Okay, and give 2 examples for ionic bond: formation of magnesium chloride and formation of sodium chloride. Okay, so it's time to recall your book bag exercise. This is your choose the correct answer in your book, page number 159. Okay, so first question, number of valence electron in carbon is, and the carbon, the atomic number is 6. So innermost cell it has 2 electrons and the outermost cell it has 4 electrons. So this should be comes a valence electron. Outermost cell electron that is known as a valence electron. For sodium, second question, first question option B 4 is the correct answer. Second question, sodium having atomic number 11 is ready to dash electron or electrons to attain the nearest noble gas electronic configuration. So if atomic number is 11 means the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 1. So in the outermost cell it has only 1 electron. So it can readily lose 1 electron and attain the nearest noble gas electronic configuration. So the option C, lose 1 electron. The third question, the element that would form anion by gaining electrons in a chemical reaction is. So it want to gain 1 electron. So you know potassium, calcium, iron are metals. They are lose electrons and form a cation. So fluorine, in the outermost cell it has 7 electrons. So it is readily accept 1 electron and form an anion. So the option C, fluorine is the correct answer. The fourth one, bond formed between a metal and a non-metal atom is usually, just now we are discussed. So metal and non-metals are form an ionic bond. Mark it in your book. Go through your study material also. Hope you all understand today's concept. Meet you in the next session. Thank you, students.